Welcome to the collective. To all souls that find themselves here, I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot and happy to be with you. So, this is a reading for all signs, and I'm going to get started with the Soul's Journey Oracle card. And I pulled the balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Barring the word perfect, not a word I feel really comfortable with, but I understand this card is resonating for me as the Justice card. This is about bringing balance within oneself. So this can include the idea that perhaps in the past, particularly as children, we all do feel a sense of powerlessness, right? We are instructed, guided, supported by loved ones, and they issue what feels like absolutes or ultimatums regarding the right activity for us. But over time, that sense of being supported has to come from within or from you as an adult. And that means the transition from being told what to do to defining, advocating for yourself what is best for you. So this is also making me think a little bit about the Egyptian energy of Maat and the idea that judgments regarding where we belonged in the afterworld or whether we could join with the deity pantheon was determined by our lightness of heart. And I think again of this balance that we're achieving in this lifetime of taking responsibility for our reality, taking responsibility, standing up for ourselves regarding what we want and our right to have it is a kind of cleansing process, a lightening process, a way of bringing light to what was once a battle, a conflict, a sense of oppression or being excluded. In the Crystal Spirit Oracle, I pull the Dumortierite. And I'm going to read a little bit from this beautiful stone. I love how the colors of the Soul's Journey card and this Crystal Spirit card are jibing in a cool way. I'm just going to read a part of this meditation, and the message reads, Divine guidance is yours now. As your ability to think through and plan how you will secure prosperity and build your affluence is powerful in this moment. Make lists, devise your strategy, and commit on paper to doing what you want to do. Make it real by writing it down as you organize your thoughts and set a course for growing the prosperity you deserve. Know that your finances are not out of control simply because you do not have complete certainty about your situation, what you must do, or what lies ahead. You'll feel more confident in this knowledge today if you hearken back to this crystal spirit message that divine order is always at work in your life. Get organized to align with the flow of abundance that is always available to you. Yeah, there's a lot here. When I think of making lists and committing to paper, I think about contracts. And naturally, the Justice card in the Tarot speaks about contracts and agreements. It talks about the legal implications of our contracts and the way in which they're recognized at many levels or through many aspects of society. So there's something here about the strength of contracts, even with oneself, the spiritual contracts you have with others that is being highlighted, that is culminating some kind of work or responsibility you've taken for the experiences of your life, particularly your manifestations. In the present, I have the Four of Swords. So this is talking about a healing process. So these cards then are seen as processes rather than finite, concrete moments in time. Balance is a process. Is it ever fully achieved? It's certainly rarely perfect. I don't believe perfectionism is even a goal. I believe it is a delusion, but can serve as an inspiration for some of us. However, I think that this is talking more about the journey you have traveled to get clarity, the journey that is uh, elevated to the ability to organize your work in a way that is concrete. In other words, making lists is a part of making something concrete, writing it down, ledgers, all the ways in which we organize the details of our life, make them more real, help us to internalize what we believe we're pursuing. And in the past, the Strength card. Don't you love this beautiful cactus, the source of water in the desert? This is the bountiful source of water in the desert. All the animals, the insects, the birds, flowers, particularly live on and within the cactus. This is almost larger than human size, depending on the cactuses you're speaking about, but they range in all kinds of manifestations, from small to very large, and can really be kind of human-like. So I love this because it talks about the inner strength that we carry. This is not about the power we exhibit in the world or the kind of external strength that we can command. This is about that inner strength that helps us to keep going. As the small insects, the small flowers, to the large flowers or birds that nest, come to the cactus for nourishment, for hydration. This is about the multiple ways that you keep going, that you keep finding your nourishment, your fuel to do what needs to be done. In the future, the Six of Staffs looks like victory to me. Now, this is the kind of victory that I would equate with your process of contributing to the success of something, a project, a collective for sure, a community, a group of collaborators. But this is your commitment to that collective, that community, that family. And because of your commitment, because of your clarity that you don't do this alone, that you are the result of the input of many others, many other lives for some of you, that you are, by committing to the collective, you do your task with diligence and care. And that does arise from the Strength card. That arise from a place of knowing. For many of you, you're aware that you have strength that others around you do not possess. But that doesn't entitle you to brag or brandish it around as some kind of special or superior skill. Instead, you apply that to your contribution to the collective in order to bring success to the whole team, to the project. But this is just along the way, right? This can be success in a battle, but the war is still going on. And I know that's a tacky metaphor, but I'm trying to describe that this is an incremental process. Success isn't had on the basis of what one individual does. This is a collection of efforts that are along the growth and success that you have committed to as part of a group or a team. If this reading is resonating for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. If you're new, welcome. If you're familiar, thank you for supporting me in all the ways that you do. And I'm going to clarify the cactus or the Strength card in the past. with the Two of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. For the Four of Swords in the past, I want to see what that is. The Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. And for the Six of Staff, I have pulled the Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Well, this place of strength you have is leading you very clearly towards a compulsion that you have been driven towards. This is you being in a place of not resisting the path that the path of your purpose, the path of your destiny. This is you recognizing that this may separate you from others in your life. This may mark you in a way that makes others uncomfortable. It does make you uncomfortable. But you don't feel you have a choice. You feel that you've always been going in this direction as a result of this incredible gift that you've been given. You may not necessarily be able to define that gift specifically, but it points in the direction of service. And the Knight of Pentacles is showing your decision to make a plan, to create a proposal, to join in with others, to write it down, to spell it out, to make it real for yourself so that you have a procedure that leads you from one step to the next. And what I like about the Knight of Pentacles is that it's not important. It's important to hold the vision, but it isn't important to know all the steps. It's not, you can't possibly anticipate all of the twists and turns that may evolve as a result of you doing things you haven't done before, moving in a way you haven't moved before. And in the present, the Four of Swords, this healing journey that you're on, this practice of gratitude that is fundamental to a spiritual foundation. This is what now supports your forward action towards what you know is right for you. The Page of Cups is showing that that comes not only out of your heart space, out of your authentic desire to express who you are, but it's a playful energy because it's releasing your imagination and your creativity. And in that way, it releases the old judgments, the old angers or resentment, the bitterness that you may have held in the past around the way you thought it was supposed to be and the rewards you thought you were deserving of, but you didn't get. So this is really another four. So we're talking about foundations here, and we're talking about releasing an old way, old triggers, and releasing, I believe, with gratitude for many of you. And this is something that feels very tangible in the current global or spiritual environment. Releasing what we have held on to that we once believed would be what we needed, what we wanted, the ambition we pursued has to be released as we imagine possibilities through processing those experiences where we recognized our patterns. We recognized the way we were doing things that were not serving us. We recognize that we're responsible for what we experience. And this has given you a sense of the gifts of your past, no matter how challenging that past has been. And in the future, the Six of Staffs is clarified by the Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands. And it's interesting because this talks about a tangible success. And along the way, success merely by you committing to the team, you releasing the sense that it's about you or you must be in the center. Indeed, it has to come from you, but it isn't just about you. And here the Two of Cups is indicating, wow, what a tremendous change you've made in your relationship to yourself, the way in which I'm seeing that you may have clung to or held on to ambitions, a vision of abundance, love, success, um, is something that has shifted more realistically for you. You're seeing yourself as you experience yourself within, the sense of self respect, self love, the promises you've made to yourself, despite the incredible challenges you've had meeting those. And the Knight of Wands kind of repeats the same energy here as the Four of Pentacles, where you've thrown yourself into particular objectives, goals, opportunities, and you've been damaged, but you haven't given up. Part of the release of that has been the shift in your ambition, the shift in what you now see as an honest reflection of your gifts and talents, your strength, the work you're willing to do as a result of connecting to those who share your alignment, who share your vision, and recognize that real love is support for the service that you're doing, the greater service you can do together. So this isn't just necessarily about a relationship, although it could talk about a relationship that is true partnership. And in this sense, a true partnership reveals romantic and professional, or some combination of different aspects of your life where a partner plays multiple roles in your life and supports your collective identity and effort. That's what's turning the tide. That's what's giving you this determination that no matter what you've been through, you're going to get it this time. I am going to finish this reading with a botanical inspiration and hope that you've gained some insight from this. I pulled the garden heliotrope, devotion and dreams fulfilled. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Wow. Lovely. Thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, namaste.